Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss a case, the decision given by the Human Rights Tribunal or Human Rights Court. Normally we call it as a court. In other countries they call it as a tribunal. The Human Rights Tribunal, which has given a favorable order for two Sunni Muslim students, right, for allowing them to pray in the school for 5 to 10 minutes, right. So actually the school authorities in the initial stage they have allowed, but later they have banned them from conducting or from observing the prayers. So what happened? Let us know in detail. So friends, you may be knowing in Canada there is a place called Alberta. Alberta, it is in northwestern Canada, and in that area there is a particular area called as Calgary. Calgary is a very good area. There is one school by name Weber Academy, WEBBR, Weber Academy. This academy is admitting students of different communities, no problem. It's a totally non-denominational school. That means anybody of any faith can join the school, right? Right. In this school, during the year 2011, two students by names Naman Siddiqui and Sarmad Amir. Naman Siddiqui and Sarmad Amir, both of them belonging to Sunni sect, right, of Muslims. They got admissions in 2011, right. Of course, now they are studying grade numbers 9 and 10. Right, since they are Sunni Muslims, since they have to conduct the prayers or namaz 5 times a day, they requested the academy people to give permission to them to pray for 5 to 10 minutes in a closed room, in a vacant room, in a room where there are no persons. Yes, they have allowed, but shortly after, then they have banned. They said we can't give you the permission because allowing prayers in overt form, not introvert, overt means open, allowing prayers in overt form on a campus, it is contrary to its being non-denominational. That means so they have to maintain the so-called all religious. So they cannot allow particular religion people to conduct prayers because it is non-denominational, and everybody has got a right. Now, then since they right to conduct prayers, since as Muslims they have to conduct prayers 5 times a day, definitely they have approached the Human Rights Council in Alberta, HRC, just like our State Human Rights Commission. So they have approached the Alberta Human Rights Commission. Yes, definitely Human Rights Commission gave notices to the school and conducted inquiry, and ultimately they have ruled or given a rule in favor of the students. That means the students should be allowed to go for prayers 5 to 10 minutes in an empty classroom, in a classroom where there are no other children. But the Weber Academy did not appeal, did not oblige, and actually they have gone in appeal, right. Actually now the Human Rights Commission, so please remember, Human Rights Commission, Human Rights Tribunal, both of them are almost one and same. So since they ruled in favor of the students, and they have also imposed a fine of $26,000 to the Weber Academy for their discriminating behavior toward the students, right. Now definitely they have to go in appeal. The Human Rights Tribunal, it has also found that the impact of allowing two students to pray for 5 to 10 minutes a day in closed rooms, or it is insignificant in the context of religious identity. Who is bothered? Since they are Muslims, let them go and pray, and it definitely it is very insignificant in the context of religious identity, affiliation, and influence. Right, the students' request could have been easily, right. So the influence of religious identity, yes, the students' request could have been easily accommodated without incurring undue hardship, because the matter has been pending right from 2012 now to 2020, right. Now this decision, it has been upheld by the Alberta Court of Queen's Bench. That means it has gone to the Human Rights Court. So Queen's Bench, yes, definitely it has been upheld. But the Court of Appeal, it has overturned. That means Court of Appeal did not agree with the decision. And actually the Court of Appeal said better you go for a new tribunal. So it is called de novo inquiry. De novo inquiry means you conduct the inquiry afresh, once again. So by another tribunal. Of course, in this connection, the Human Rights Tribunal definitely they wanted to approach the Supreme Court, but of course Supreme Court is not interested. It declined to hear the appeal, sending the case back to another tribunal. That means back to square one. Now this new tribunal also ruled in favor of the students. So now they have to allow the students to pray for a couple of minutes. But of course, the issue did not stop there. The Weber Academy president, Neil Weber, he says his legal counsel is there. They asked the legal counsel immediately to file an appeal in this regard. And why he is telling is, so the parents should know, because theirs is a non-denominational school. The parents, of course, if the parents want, definitely they can send their school to religious schools. Religious schools where the so-called namaz will be held like that. But since it is a non-denominational school, since they will be treating the student, all students of all religions equally. So they should not have sent them. So all students, their intention is, the student academy's intention is, all should study together free of religious practices. So everybody is equal. Alright. So now there is a Muslim head and Imam Saeed Soharwardi. So he is the secretary of Muslims of Canada. He stated that the school is dragging the case unnecessarily for the past 8 years. They need to close the issue and move on. After all, what is there? It is a simple request. It is not a great thing. It is a simple request. Just they can say, yeah, we made a mistake and I'm sorry, you are sorry. Then things will go on. So besides doing that, still they are dragging the matter to the level of the appeal also. Here, please remember Human Rights Court. So in India, we know Section 30 and 31. Section 30 tells you the so-called tells you regarding the human rights courts. Here, Human Rights Commission, and it has filed a case before the Queen's Bench. And of course, they wanted to go to the Supreme Court, but it's not allowed. But anyway, even the tribunal means equal to court, it has also upheld the students' request. After all, what is there? So please remember Bijoy Emmanuel case once again. Since they belong to Jehoshua, they should not utter the names of anybody except Jesus. So there they were sent away, that Bijoy Emmanuel school, and it also created much sensation at that particular point of time. So anyway, let us confine to our human rights. Please remember, this happened in Canada, not in India. So in Canada, definitely our Human Rights Tribunal says that the students have got a right to conduct prayers in a secluded place. Right? Definitely it has come in support of the human rights of the students. This is a good case. Please go through the net and you will definitely get access to this case and you can enrich your knowledge. Thank you.